guys, I'm Nina.
And I'm Randa.
And today we're doing 10 Thanksgiving recipes.
Healthy,
vegan, and delicious.
So maybe this is your first Thanksgiving as a vegan.
Or maybe you're just looking for healthy recipes.
Let's get into our outfits. Perfect. The first thing we're making is black bean and sweet potato chili. So the first thing we're doing is we're adding 1 large onion chopped. And we're just gonna mix this up until the onions are translucent.
We're just adding a little bit of water since we're not sauteing with oil. And we're just gonna add a little bit of garlic powder.
So we steamed up these sweet potatoes, sliced them, and then added them to the mix.
Now we're adding 3 cans of black beans.
And now we're adding 2 cans of diced fire roasted tomatoes.
Now it's starting to look more like a chili.
And then we're gonna take some fresh basil leaves and chop it up and add it to the mix.
This is probably the best chili we've ever made.
Definitely. And then to top it off, last up we're adding a tiny bit of salt. And here's the chili. Now we're gonna try it out. That's so good.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Please try this out. Post it on Instagram. Let us know if you guys like it.
Now what goes perfectly with chili?
Cornbread. So we're gonna be showing you guys how to make a low-fat, healthy version of cornbread.
We're gonna preheat our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're gonna start out with our wet ingredients. We're taking 2 cups of oat milk.
You can use any kind of plant-based milk you want though.
2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar.
You can also use lemon juice, whatever you have on hand. And then we're gonna whisk it together.
And in a separate bowl, we're gonna do our dry ingredients. 2 cups of cornmeal.
And then we're adding 1 cup of gluten-free oat flour. And then we're adding 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
And a pinch of salt.
And then we're just gonna whisk these ingredients together.
So back to our wet ingredients, we're gonna add 1/3 cup of applesauce.
Now you could use oil if you want, but if you're like us and don't eat oil, we use applesauce. Or you could use bananas. And 2 tablespoons of maple syrup.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we're just gonna mix all that together.
So now we're gonna add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients, and we're gonna stir it up until it's well combined.
So now we're gonna bake this for 30 minutes. So there you have it, there's the cornbread. It'd be great with the chili, it'd also be great with some jelly, good with anything. The next thing we're gonna be making is stuffing. Stuffing is literally my favorite Thanksgiving food. If you were sad because you thought you couldn't have stuffing on Thanksgiving,
We're here to help.
veganized.
So for the stuffing, we have a whole loaf of bread and we have to cut them into cubes. We have our celery and onion, and now we're gonna marinate that. And we put a little water in it so that it doesn't stick since we don't cook with oil.
Now we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of cranberries. And now we're adding 4 cups of mushrooms. And now we're adding 3/4 cups of vegetable broth.
Oil-free, of course. This recipe called for 1 egg, so we have energy egg replacer, and that's gonna be our egg.
Now we're gonna be mixing the bread and the sauce together.
We're gonna add a bit more broth.
You don't want it to be completely dry.
So now we're gonna put our stuffing into the silicone dish and bake it for how long?
Until it gets crispy brown.
And now our stuffing is ready. Our next recipe is a classic, baked potatoes.
I feel like baked potatoes are so great for Thanksgiving because you can load them up and put whatever kind of condiments you want on them.
And everyone likes potatoes. To start, we're gonna cut our potato in half, but not all the way, just a little slit.
So to make these potatoes, we bake them for 70 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
My topping, I'm gonna add the chili that we made earlier. I
Good
love
idea.
this chili so much that I thought I could use this as a topping. It's a chili baked potato. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of chives and a little bit of ketchup.
Potatoes and ketchup is the best combo ever. So on my potato, I'm gonna keep it really simple and I'm gonna put fire roasted corn and peas as the base. I'm gonna add a little bit of the sweet and spicy barbecue sauce from Desert Smoke. It's really yummy. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of nutritional yeast to give it that cheesy flavor. And there we have our chili potatoes. What's so fun about these potatoes is you can have unlimited condiments. You can have vegan sour cream, guacamole if you want to make it more fatty, mustard, vegan cheese.
What's so fun is you could literally have a potato party and just give someone a potato. We did that on a Thanksgiving.
Did we?
Yeah, we ate
We did.
potatoes. That's right, last Thanksgiving we had potatoes and we got to customize it and each person did something different. So the next thing we're gonna be making is, you guessed it, gravy.
Normally gravy is so greasy and fatty, but this isn't.
Thumbs up for health.
So for our gravy, we're gonna start by adding 1 onion. We're gonna saute these.
Now we're adding 1/4 cup of liquid aminos, or you can also use soy sauce.
And now our final step, we are adding a 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. This is a tool to whisk the gravy together. And that's our gravy recipe.
You can put this on any of the dishes that we made earlier or the dishes that we're gonna make later. So now we're gonna be making a cranberry quinoa salad.
What I've noticed about Thanksgiving is that everything is a side dish, and then when you combine it all together, it's just
the perfect
magical
flavor.
Yeah, so quinoa is a great healthy grain. It's satisfying and really yummy.
Let's get to it. This quinoa salad is literally so easy to make. So how we made the quinoa was we just got our quinoa, put some water in it, and boiled it on the stove, and voila,
Takes
easy as that.
15 minutes. Then I chopped up a cup of cherry tomatoes and a 1/2 cup of frozen cranberries because the cranberries gives it that
Thanksgiving flavor.
Yeah. I'm gonna add that to our mix, and because the quinoa is hot, it naturally makes the frozen cranberries thaw out. And then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of raisins.
My favorite. And then we're gonna add some fresh mint and fresh basil for some good flavor.
Whatever herbs you have on hand.
Add some fresh herbs and you are a professional chef. And then we're gonna mix it up.
And voila, it's all done. This recipe is good hot or cold.
I actually like eating this one cold.
It's really fresh like that. Let's give it a taste.
Mmm. The
That's
fresh
an
herbs. Explosion in my mouth.
Wow.
Thumbs up.
Now we're making lentil
Lentil
burgers.
burgers.
If you feel like you're missing out on that meaty taste on Thanksgiving, this is a great substitute. Again, this recipe is super easy, just like all of them. So we're first gonna start with 1 cup of lentils, a can of pinto beans, and then we're just gonna mash these up. And now we're adding a 1/2 cup of oats and a 1/2 cup of rice.
So now we're adding in some rice wine vinegar to keep the recipe together.
And then we're gonna add a little bit of ketchup. The liquid helps bind the ingredients together. And then we're gonna add a bit of onion flakes. You can take the mix and roll them into balls and then refrigerate them, or you can just leave the mix like this and then roll them as you go when you want to grill them.
So now we're gonna grill it with our Cuisinart.
Ooh, it's sizzling, sizzle. And it's done! Now we're making cranberry sauce, and cranberry sauce goes with everything for Thanksgiving, and this recipe is also really easy. So all you need is 1.5 cups of cranberries, 1/2 cup of cane sugar, and then 1/2 cup of water. So if you want a thicker cranberry sauce, all you're gonna do is add just like a bit more sugar, and the sugar is what binds it together, and it kind of makes parts of it like jello-y, almost like jelly. And that's our cranberry sauce, super easy. Now we are making a creamy butternut squash soup. So this is 2 cups of
Butternut squash.
butternut squash. We're gonna add that to the blender, and all we're doing is putting all of this in the blender. And then we're gonna take 2 cups of any plant milk. We have oat milk on hand, so that's what we're gonna be using. Then we're taking 1/2 an apple, 1 cup of water,
And this is some chopped carrot, celery, and onion. Blend, baby, blend. Now we're gonna add some nutritional yeast to thicken it up and give it a more cheesy flavor.
To top it off, we're adding 1/2 cup of oat flour to thicken it up. And now our soup is ready. And now we're making blueberry muffins. Probably my favorite one. So we're starting out with 1 cup blueberries, 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, and actually we're using gluten-free oat flour, but use whatever you want.
1 teaspoon baking powder,
2/3 cups sugar,
3 tablespoons of applesauce, 4 tablespoons of oat milk,
and then we mixed all the ingredients together. So we intentionally chose to make a small recipe because it's just me and Nina, but if you guys want to make a bigger batch, just double up on the recipe.
Now we're gonna put the batter in our silicone cupcake tray.
So now we're gonna bake these for 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
And the muffins are ready!
Everyone would enjoy these muffins. They're good plain, they're good with a little bit of jelly. They're not too sweet, but they hit the spot.
Thanks for watching!
I hope you guys enjoyed all of these recipes.
We worked so hard on this
we worked
video.
so hard. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to us. Let us know in the comments what you guys are thankful for this Thanksgiving.
And let us know what you want to recreate and what you think your favorite recipe is going to be. And if you recreate the recipes, make sure you tag us on Instagram, Nina Nelson, Randa Nelson, and @NinaAndRanda. We love seeing the pictures. And we will see you next video. Bye!